Hey there, Regina Anler here with Autumn Ascent Consulting, and it is time for Motivation Monday. This week, our theme is joy. Last week, our theme was overwhelm. In our Facebook group, Women Business Owners from Overwhelmed to Overjoyed, we're on the joy part of it now. So I have a question for you. What brings you joy? And I paused there on purpose. Think about that. What was the first thing that just came to your mind? What brings you joy? When I asked that question, what is the first thing that popped into your mind? Now, joy can be found in so many things, so many little things. I I've been struggling with my hair lately. It was getting too long. My hairstylist wasn't doing hair anymore, and I was hemming and hawing, and I just wasn't going out and getting my hair done, and it started bringing my energy down. This past Saturday, I actually got a haircut. I couldn't believe how much joy just simply going and getting a haircut brought me. Now, there's a thing about joy. We talk about the overwhelm where we were last week. Overwhelm is way down on that energy scale. It's negative. It's not a good thing. Overjoyed and joy is way high on that scale. Just by simply shifting my mindset just about my hair from overwhelmed about it to overjoyed about it, guess what happened? Not only did I get a new client on Saturday, I literally left the hairdresser on Saturday, had a phone call from a previous client who called me up and signed up for a 6-month consulting program out of the blue. No reason whatsoever. This is what happens when you're vibrating at a higher level. And joy is at that higher level. When you're overwhelmed, you can't attract in those things that bring you joy. So, joy can be found in all kinds of little pieces, little things like maybe it's your cup of coffee in the morning. Maybe you like coffee and a simple joy for you is just waking up in the morning, smelling that coffee, and maybe taking a walk outside, sitting on the front porch, listening to the birds get started for the day, drinking that first cup of coffee. To me, that's one of the things that brings me immense joy. Just getting settled into my day outside, listening to the birds, smelling the fresh air, sitting there with my cup of coffee, and just being. Joy can be found in so many different things. Joy can be found in your successes, obviously. When you're successful, there's all kinds of joy. The thing is that we go through life having successes, having failures. Those failures we're learning from. How you choose to show up and respond to those failures, those things that don't go quite right. When you choose to use them as learning experiences, you find the joy in your failures. I'm going to say that again. You can find joy in your failures. All of your failures are learning experiences. So when you fail, when you can look at that failure as a learning experience, you actually find joy in your failures. And the failure doesn't become a negative thing, it becomes a positive thing. Joy can be found all around you at any time. If you look around wherever you are right now, I am guessing you will set your eyes on something that automatically instantly brings you joy. Maybe it's a pet. Maybe it's, some thing that you have on your desk that somebody gave you that you keep there. And every time you look at it, you smile. It brings you joy. There are so many things out there that bring you joy. And when you remind yourself of that joy on a regular basis and take all those little things, they become a big, happy, joyful life. So that when those things that aren't quite so good start popping into your life, it's really super easy to locate and find the joy, whether it's in the moment, in the experience, whatever it is, there is always, always joy to be found. So this week, my challenge for you is to go out and find your joy and not just think, well, yeah, I have all my joyful stuff. I'm joyful all the time. Actually pay attention. Pay attention to all those little things that go on every single day, day in and day out. Maybe it's that cup of coffee. And you sit there and actually think, is this bringing me joy? And you sit there and go, yeah, I love my cup of coffee in the morning. You might be one of those people who gets up first thing in the morning, jump out of bed and go right into the shower. You get into the shower and you're like, "Oh, that hot water. Oh my gosh, that hot water, it just brings me so much joy." All kinds of things all day long bring you joy. You just don't think of them as joyful experiences. However, they're all raising your vibration, and the higher your vibration, the better things that you're attracting to you, right? So go around this week and think about all of those things that bring you joy. Might be the cup of coffee, might be writing in your gratitude journal. At the end of the day, make a list of all the things that brought you joy during the day, or simply reflect on all of the things that brought you joy during the day. Why? Because they will put you in a better state of mind to go to sleep at the end of the day. When you finish off your day, you're laying in bed before you shut your eyes to go to sleep. Stop for a moment and just reflect on all of the things that brought you joy. And that's what you want to go to bed and go to sleep with that on your mind. Not only does it help you sleep better, it also sets you up for the next day because now that's what's on your mind. We often go to bed at night with all of the problems of the day, the troubles of the day, and this went wrong. Oh, don't forget to do this tomorrow. Don't forget to do that tomorrow. Oh, I forgot to put something on my task list. And we go to sleep with all of this not so joyful stuff on our head, on our minds. And when you stop and actually consciously think about all the things that brought you joy in the past day, that's when you can shift that and you can go to sleep peacefully, knowing that the next day will bring whatever the next day brings, and you will find the joy in that day as well. When you continually make that pattern of joy, you keep your vibration and frequency on a higher level. And when you do that and you keep it on a higher level, what does that do? Well, that keeps everything up and it keeps you attracting everything it is that you want to attract. So that's what I've got for you today. It's all about the joy. Go out and find what makes you joyful, what brings you joy. Whatever that is, do more of it because we could all use more joy, right? I've got 4 more quotes coming out for you this week, all about joy, little different spins on each one of them. So keep an eye out for those. And if you have any questions, feel free to post in our Facebook group, the Women Business Owners from Overwhelmed to Overjoyed. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you have out there. And you can also find us out on the Autumn Ascent Consulting business page and on our YouTube Autumn Ascent Consulting as well. So I hope you have a very joyful week, and bye for now.